Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Olly and in today's video we are talking rabbits. My rabbit Olly has just hit a big milestone. She's turned 10 and I thought it'd be interesting to talk about my experiences of owning an older rabbit. But before we get started, I thought I would just address the fact that yes, Olly is a single lone rabbit, but this hasn't always been the case. We did initially purchase Olly with a friend many years ago, but unfortunately her bunny friend passed away. I then adopted a rabbit from a rescue centre. I wanted a bunny a similar age to Olly, so we adopted Basil. Basil was around 6.5 years old when we got him, and unfortunately he also passed away, we think to old age, as he was a much larger breed of rabbit. And since then we haven't really found Olly a suitable companion, so she's just living her best life on her own at the moment. So the first thing I've noticed as Olly ages is that her fur has become a lot thinner, more raggedy and scruffy looking. Her molt seems to take a lot more out of her, so during a time when she's blowing out her old coat for her winter coat, I make sure she has lots and lots of high fibre in her diet, as it's meant to help with the fur growth and make her fur look better. But in reality she already gets a very high fibrous diet because she eats copious amounts of hay and grass daily. Second thing I noticed was a reduction in body mass. She's effectively shrinking. As rabbits get older, they quite often lose some of their muscle mass. Some rabbits put on weight as they age, as they become far less active, and some rabbits lose weight, which is what has happened to Olly. She still eats like a horse and hasn't lost an alarming amount of weight. She definitely feels smaller. Olly is definitely far less active than she used to be. Don't get me wrong, she still has a fair amount of energy. She can still jump and hop, but she just doesn't do so many zoomies and binkies as she used to do. But she can still hop and jump and run around absolutely fine. That is one thing I am very keen to keep an eye on, because I know a lot of rabbits do actually get arthritis as they get older. With rabbits, another thing that can happen as they get older is they can lose their sight and develop cataracts. Thankfully, this is not something Olly is currently experiencing. Her eyesight is absolutely fine. She is not showing any sign of cloudiness in the eyes. Her eyes are pretty clear and she still can see quite well. During the summer months, Olly is an outdoor rabbit, which she actually much prefers, and I honestly think she does better outside. But as the days draw in and the weather starts to turn, we bring her inside, and she is a house rabbit over winter time. But I have noticed over the last couple of years that sometimes she does not use her litter box when she's in the house, and is sometimes a little incontinent. Now this is very, very common with older rabbits, and things you can do to help is to make sure you have a shallow litter box for your rabbit, one that isn't too hard for them to get in and out of and doesn't require a lot of jumping. Some rabbits develop arthritis as they age. I keep a very close eye on Olly for signs of this, but currently she's still able to move around, hop and jump and play with ease. If I see any signs that she may be suffering with arthritis or may be struggling, I'll take her to the vet and find the best way to manage that pain for her. But currently she seems to be okay. One of the most noticeable things that's happened to Olly as she's aged is she has lost her hearing. She is as deaf as a post. If you call her by her name, she will not respond in any way. She only knows you're there if she can physically see you or if she feels the vibrations from your movement. We have made a very clear rule in our household that when you approach Olly, you must always approach her from the front, especially when you go to stroke her, because if she doesn't know you're there, she can get really frightened. So that is an ongoing rule in our household. So that's just a few of my experiences of having this older lady. She does go to the vet for vaccinations. So when she does go, she gets a little check over, and at the moment she seems pretty healthy for a 10-year-old rabbit. So I am really hoping I have a couple more years with her yet, fingers crossed. So that's what I've experienced so far. So my main issues are her scruffy appearance, because she is losing fur all the time, and the fact that she is deaf. Luckily she still has her sight and her mobility is pretty good. I don't know if any of you guys have older rabbits, but if you have, leave your experiences in the comments and we can try and help each other out with our older bunnies. So thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in another video shortly. Goodbye for now.